slowly and distinctly. "Call it something I ate." It's funny what you don't recall. Our first home in the suburb of Weston, which I barely remember. My eldest brother Orrin says he can remember being in the home's backyard with our mother in the early spring, helping the moms till some sort of garden out of the cold yard. March or early April. The garden's area was a rough rectangle laid out with popsicle sticks and twine. Orrin was removing rocks and hard clods from the mom's path as she worked the rented rototiller, a wheelbarrow-shaped, gas-driven thing that roared and snorted and bucked and, he remembers, seemed to propel the moms rather than vice versa. The moms very tall and having to stoop painfully to hold on, her feet leaving drunken prints in the tilled earth. He remembers that in the middle of the tilling, I came terracing out the door and into the backyard wearing some sort of fuzzy red poo-wear, crying, holding out something he said was really unpleasant looking in my upturned palm. He says I was around 5 and crying and was vividly red in the cold spring air. I was saying something over and over. He couldn't make it out until our mother saw me and shut down the tiller, ears ringing, and came over to see what I was holding out. This turned out to have been a large patch of mold. Orrin posits from some dark corner of the Weston home's basement, which was warm from the furnace and flooded every spring. The patch itself he describes as horrific, darkly green, glossy, vaguely hirsute, speckled with parasitic fungal points of yellow, orange, red. Worse, they could see that the patch looked oddly incomplete, gnawed on, and some of the nauseous stuff was smeared around my open mouth. "I ate this," was what I was saying. I held the patch out to the moms, who had her contacts out for the dirty work, and at first, bending way down, saw only her crying child, hand out, proffering. And in that most maternal of reflexes, she, who feared and loathed more than anything spoilage and filth, reached to take whatever her baby held out, as in how many used heavy Kleenex, spit-back candies, wads of chewed-out gum, in how many theaters, airports, back seats, tournament lounges. O stood there, he says, hefting a cold clod, playing with the Velcro on his puffy coat.